Oh, I wanted to get this video out earlier, but I had to watch the video back and realize I was harsh as hell, but I meant everything I was saying. Like, this is Wild Wave Monet. Triple A with the dollar sign. You know what it is. Come on. I like everybody else watch other YouTubers, and I'm watching this young girl. Her handle is I am my father's daughter, and she has I guess it's going to be a series out of witchcraft in the church, and she's going through a synopsis of how she got bamboozled into this church by accepting you know how they come around and ask you anywhere you are, at work, in the lunchroom, on a bus, in school, anywhere you are, ask you to come to an event. And what she didn't understand is what I understood way back in the days, that it was a sales pitch. Once you get in there, they're nothing like who they say they are. It's just a numbers game. It's to say, hey, you know, when you stand up, when the person stands up and gives their testimony, yeah, blase blah, and I bought such and such, stand up, and then the new members, recognition at the end or in the middle before tithes. You know what I mean? So it's all a sales pitch, and she didn't know that she's young. And the crazy part is she's young with children at home. And I knew what I was saying in my last video, which was harsh, and I'm going to try to tone it down, but it is what it is. I knew when I was being dragged to those storefront churches way back in the 80s that something wasn't right with these women-ran churches. Like, these was women that were left behind, that were not accepted in the ministry by major churches, where all of the ministers in Philly come out of, which is, I'm gonna get my, do I need to name them? Start with a D as in David. And they were ostracized from these churches because they wanted to start their own ministry. So they started, you know, these little storefront churches for broken women, single women with young children who can be manipulated. These women that they gather into their fold are women in your corporate arenas in all areas and aspects, from maintenance to HR and even CEOs. And I'm not bashing women ran churches, but I am just relaying my experience. Now, y'all want to go watch her page, I will be tuning in for Witchcraft in the Church Part 2. It's supposed to be coming out at 4:30. Ooh. It's 12:30 anyway. You know, Mama got a notification on. Ooh. Anyway, I think I need some lotion. And I don't care. I gotta get this out before her. No, but I'm telling you, at 52, I know how and where she's going with this story. I grew up in the 80s with my own mother sitting in front of the color TV crying over Tammy Faye Baker and her squirrel lashes and them big football shoulder helmet, shoulder pads, linebacker. And she was a little thing, and she was wearing, you know how it was in the 80s, that Golden Girls look, but it seemed like Tammy Faye Baker's look was exaggerated, almost clownish, where, you know, when I had to think about it, she was ahead of her time, wasn't she? Go back and look at some old Tammy Faye Baker pictures and tell me if she wouldn't fit in right now. In a workforce everywhere with those squirrel lashes and panels of Little Richard makeup and that overly teased hair. She was wearing extensions. Yes. the high heel platform pumps. Never mind what was going on in the ministry. I looked at what she was representing and saw someone who I'm supposed to be looking up to as a mother figure crying over this weirdo clown. And she's sitting up there telling me that anybody can change. God's going to clean her act up. He's going to use her right where she is with the clown makeup and the 55, pairs of lashes. God is going to use her. Yet and still, she only gave grace to entertainment televangelists. People in the street, she would not give her same grace to. It's like she idolized these weirdos that she wanted to be like, or maybe she wished that she was in their town so she could actually be on the auxiliary board in their church. I don't know what her fantasy was about chasing Jesus. That's what this little TED Talk of mine is going to be called, Chasing Jesus, because what she doesn't realize is she fell for a charlatan who's very charismatic, just like a pimp. Or his madam that run the girls, yeah, that run the girls. Put all kinds of thoughts in they nitwit head because they goofy. They left behinds, they man and whatever. They got kids, they alone and never married or in a loveless marriage, and the men are simps. I said the men are simps, and these women ran churches. So she ran into someone who knew how to manipulate spirits. I don't want to say wasn't no Holy Spirit. She ran into somebody who knew how to manipulate spirits in general. And made them believe certain things was going on mentally that wasn't really there, like putting thoughts in their head about each other, putting each other against each other, stuff like that. And she got caught up in that because she's young and she thought, God sent her there to uncover something. Like, girl, God sent you there to uncover what? I don't believe that God would send you a place for a long period of time without him revealing what was going on to you, and you dusting your sandals off at the door and turning around and never going back. But you feel like you want a mission to be a prophetess. Girl, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just don't, I know where this is going. She's saying that it got to the point where they laying hands. Now we all know in the black community that laying hands is a thing, because we feel as though the person who's laying the hands is anointed, right? But everybody who laying hands don't have good intentions for you, baby. Look at her life. Huh? Is she always begging for the building fund, and then you find out that they really done spent the money to get her, rent her a house? Is your pastor always living somewhere else every 5 years? Never stable? That's what I noticed with these female pastors that run these little storefront churches, sort of like Bishop Bling Bling Whitehead. Y'all know he going to jail, right? Whitehead going to jail. And y'all sitting up here worried about sinners? And what we got going on down here? Who trying to talk to us with blessings God got a nerve to give us and he ain't give you? Child, please. She said the pastor. I get the church fan for them. The pastor. Stop speaking to her. Laying hands and praying for everybody but her in the line. Rolling her eyes at him from the pulpit. I'm like, girl, why was you even there that long? That don't make no sense. Then she said she felt like God was giving her the nudge to get into this pastor's inner circle so she could share some dreams that God had been giving her. Just her. To get away. No, she wanted to share it with her the pastor. And there's a part two to this. I know what she said, it get deeper and deeper. I know it do. I know it do, child. That's why I'm so glad that I was going through the things that I was going through as a child, so I couldn't stay. That was God. All them fights that I got into, so I could get transferred out to Jersey. And guess what? I only got into one fight in Jersey. One fight. I think it was the 8th grade. And by the end of the semester, that girl was my best friend. I told you they always... I don't know what it is because I'm strong. Because they see they can't break me down. They can't break you down 1%. You know when you be going to these churches to be fugazi. Cut down, please. You go in there, sometimes you see roaches, dust balls in the corner, the furniture look rented. All the women look weird. Like they all in a cult. Ooh, that's how I used to look in the 80s. Jerry curls, bobby socks, A-line skirts, and bobos. Ooh, no. Beam me up, Scotty. Get me out of here. Ooh. You think I wanted to grow up looking like that? Ooh. And they thought they was thorough, baby. You couldn't tell them they weren't hot shit back in the 80s. That these were some of the mean girls that want to talk down on people still to this day in their 50s and 60s. And you look them up on Instagram, baby. You still talking about people? I about these teeth, baby. My skin's still clear. I still got my shape. My hair is long. I want you to look at these people in these churches that are in these little bobo storefronts, and even bigger than that. Is they up and balling and don't even want to get a church van to pick up their poorest parishioners who give them the most money? They're always begging, trying to guilt trip you, talking about the tithing 10%, and then you get Creflo Dollar coming out saying, oh, you know what, all of that was gas. I was just saying this so I can get my helicopter. It ain't really mean that. That was the Old Testament. We in New Testament. Like, duh, we knew that, yo. We was giving you whatever we wanted to get. See, people like, yo, I'm going to give you whatever I want to give you. You ain't going to tell me what to give you. And you ain't going to make me feel like some guilty bag I got to pick up after I leave church that I didn't give you my 10% tithes. You better get out of here because you just whizzed by me in a spaceship and I'm standing on the MARTA or the SEPTA. What y'all call it in y'all city? The public transportation. That's right. So what? So what? I said chasing Jesus. See, I know what Jesus said. He ain't with you judging. He ain't over there with you. So stop. Just stop, because we heard all about you, baby. We know all your dirty, drawly secrets. Is that a word? Dirty, drawly secrets. Fuck out of here. Trying to shame somebody, and you going to church a hot mess. You going to church acting like You got it all together on the inside and the outside. But we can see on the outside look a mess. You think you look thorough as shit. I don't care what generation it is. You still look foo-foo. Fugazi. I find you to be fugazi. I don't give a fuck. Because you are. And y'all sitting up here still tormenting young girls who you want to be like. Jealous. 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 You jealous. That's all it is. I wish she would see that. I hope she left. I don't know. Part 2 is coming out. And maybe I am bigging it up because I wanted to talk about this anyway. This is something I've been wanting to talk about. This is in my book, though. I keep telling you, the story is sold and not told for me. See, these girls be giving it all up. Just like they do in the strip club, Cassie. Ugh. By the time you want to sell it, don't nobody want it. Hey, they could say they seen your butt naked, but did they see you? Was you forced? Oh, okay. Because the shit these bitches be doing in Dubai and all of these. You think I'm going to do 2 girls, 1 cup? Nigga, get me out of here. I ain't come here for that shit. See, I'm the one that he calls after he smashed her down. I'm telling you. It's happened to me decades. Every decade in my life. Damn, I should have been with you. Oh, well, you wanted what you wanted. Nigga, get out of here. Don't come crawling to the one you should have wanted from the gate. And it wasn't like I was throwing myself at that nigga. You know what mama was there for. Attention. Because you know I like to dance. Be it what, even if it was a strip club, I ain't like them niggas all on me. I want to dance in the mirror by myself. Then I look over at the barmaid like, oh, that bitch, oh, okay. Then I realize this shit is for the birds. These bitches all on stage, simulating all kind of sex acts, flipping up upside down, all high and shit, about to break their neck and back. Get out of here. I ain't doing all of that for these niggas. No, I think I veered off. But anyway, mama's lived a few lives. So I know the church inside and out. I know how phony they are. I know how they be getting high before they come to church. All kind of stuff. Jumping on the pulpit all cracked out. Get out of here. The women all whores, all bisexual. Come on, girl. I'm so glad that I got out of that. Like I said, I'm waiting for part 2 so I can continue this saga. Chasing Jesus. So. And even still, like I said, every time I leave you, I'm going to leave you with something black women, melanated queens that you can use. You see how my skin is sort of like, I know you notice like under here. I know a lot of black women, y'all had this problem too. Like, this is my makeup sponge rag. I don't have no makeup on, but my lipstick and my lashes. I don't really like wearing makeup in the summertime. Because my skin is oily even still at 52. If you still got oily skin, you're blessed. Because, you know, the situational wrinkles that I have that are hereditary, yeah, they could be deeper, couldn't they? At 52? They're not. Why? Because I am on a regimen, a skincare regimen that is half skincare, half retinol. I need you to find something that works for your skin. I can't tell you what I'm using. I'm not one of those fake-ass people that, and I use Cali bar to get high. Get the fuck out of here. That may not get you high. Because this ain't even got weed in it. You did? They say anything to get you to buy anything. I want you to try out a couple of different retinol, Blue Mountain retinol skin cleansers. I think they said white women can use it too, but I feel like for them maybe it helps keep away their freckles fuckers turn into cancer. See, I got little freckles, you know, like a lot of black women. As we age, we start getting freckles. So what happens is you get that retinol cleanser that's mixed with cleanser, not the pure retinol. Dum dum. Ugh. You could tell people who using the pure retinol patches all over their skin. They don't know how to exfoliate it. No. Even if you gotta make your own concoction, what it does is it keeps you see how my skin is bright though? It may not be smooth, extra smooth, but I'm 52, baby. See? I'm 52. I don't need pounds of makeup on my face. I mean, that's like putting lipstick on a pig anyway, somebody would say. Oh, hating ass wamba beast. Somewhere in the background laughing. Eating 12 of these. She on her 15th one talking about me. Anyway, woo, baby. It's Wild Way Monet. Right with the dollar sign. Oh, I got you don't know. JC. JC, Jesus. The Single Lonely Woman Chronicles. Coming to you soon.